All right, today we're going to go from 0 to 1, get our first users in our Replit app. If you're watching this, you're probably familiar with Replit and building stuff with vibe coding. I'm going to show you just how to cut through all the noise and get to users quickly. We're going to do stuff that doesn't scale. We're going to do stuff that probably doesn't make sense, that like gurus wouldn't tell you online. But this is exactly what I've done. And this is how you get people to use stuff and pay money online. Bear with me on the microphone thing. I'm traveling right now, so this probably doesn't sound great, but I promise this is packed with value. If you want to see, I'm traveling. I'm in Italy right now. There's Mount Vesuvius right there. So this beautiful view, and decided to do a little vibe coding for YouTube. Okay, so if you missed my last video, we're building Telegram bots in Replit. I'm like obsessed with this. It's super cool, and I'll just show you real quick. This one connects with Google Gemini, which generates images. They have this new model called Nano Banana, which is hilarious. And it's super easy to use. You just kind of open your Google account, make sure your credit card's attached, and then you can paste an API key into Replit here. Now what this does, I'll show you, is it helps real estate agents stage empty houses that they're trying to sell. And why this is important is because traditionally it's expensive to move a bunch of furniture and take photos of a house in order to sell it. And it may not be worth the commission or the fee you're going to get to pay thousands of dollars to do that. So what people do is use software to edit in furniture. It kind of looks like The Sims. It doesn't look that great. That was the next option. And now there's these AI virtual staging softwares. I kind of just wanted to put it in Telegram. Here's my theory on why to go with Telegram bots when you're proving out your market fit. There's going to be just a plethora of software. There's going to be so much SaaS, software as a service, because of vibe coding. You really want to remove all friction. So separate that noise from signal, right? And like the purest way to do that is just text to text to image, right? You could tell how people want to use your app. You can tell if people are getting value. People will tell you if they're not getting value. If you have this big software app, there's tons of other noise that you'll get instead of the signal you want. So people might say like, oh, that onboarding took too long. Like, I don't like the UI of this table. Like, can you make this button bigger? Like, that was a really cool animation. None of that matters. What you need is get someone using your product and ask them if they'll pay you $5 a month, $10 a month. So that's kind of my plan is, let's make something stupid simple in Telegram that adds value to someone and ask them if they'll pay for it. And so that's what we're going to do today, is help you guys figure out how to start asking people if they'll pay for it. Let me show you exactly what this bot does before we make a plan on selling it. So I'm just going to take a stock photo. I actually don't know what'll happen if I paste in one with a watermark. I'm interested to see what that does. So let's try that real quick. So my bot is also connected to OpenAI. I'm going to just send it a URL of an image, and it's going to send it back with a default prompt, which I think is like a modern living room. And I'm wondering if it's going to get rid of this watermark. Cozy living room, remove watermark. I'm going to try that too. And so I'm using Telegram in the web, but traditionally it's a phone app. I can use it on there. I don't have to send image links. I can just send an image like natively and it'll work as well. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so it's stages. So it added a rug. It added a rug, a couch, and a table. It didn't get rid of the watermark. That makes sense. Ugh, these are some gross, empty living rooms. That looks nice. And the other cool thing is it'll do a default prompt if I don't put anything. But then if I put in like stage this for young couples beach home in Florida, I didn't remove the watermark that time, but it staged it differently. I mean, that looks really, really good. I even did like paintings. And oh my gosh, the paintings have reflection of the trees outside on them. That is nuts. Okay, so this is what the bot does. If I was going to continue to build out features, I might do some things like make some buttons to do prompts. I would basically look at like a competitor website and see which of those features I can put into Telegram. So I might like, let them pre-select which room just to remove any kinds of questions that the bot has. And so when you're trying to sell or get your first users for an app, there's a couple of things you can do. Obviously, I start on social media and I just kind of tweet about it. And I have a lot of followers, but I thought like this didn't work. But I think the real thing is that I wasn't building stuff that people wanted, because I tweeted about this Telegram bot and someone responded right away and was like, hey, can I try this out? Like, hey, can you build this feature? So actually, like, I tweeted this was done. And Braden here was like, Have you had any luck getting it to work on the same room from different angles? And so now that's something that I'm trying to build in because that's a huge feature for real estate agents. And I think it's something that there's a big gap in the market as far as like AI staging tools. And I believe it's possible with Nano Banana. So like we'll do, oh, I actually don't have an example handy, but basically what I did, I'll show you. I was literally taking different pictures of my hallway and telling it to stage it like it's a living room. And then, so like here's one angle, and then I would reply and tell it to restage from a different angle. Let me see if I can get an example. Basically what it would do is it would just kind of like paste the furniture. Weird. Like there's one, where's the other angle? It was pretty funny. Like it couldn't change the perspective. See how many times I did this? I mean, this is what happens when you're building an app from scratch and you're testing a feature. And, you know, ideally I would be testing this right here in Reddit's debugger. It's because you couldn't upload images. So let's tell it, stage this and see what it does. Okay. Oh, here's the example. See, I was like, so we had this, right? This first one. And I was like, okay, restage this from a different angle. And it just kind of like moved all the furniture over. But so the good news is I was able to prompt it with another image and text. So it's definitely possible to do what this guy wants, is stage different angles of one room with the same furniture. Yeah. So yeah, I think in the Replit debug right now, it doesn't do well with images, but you can also go here into Mastra, which is what Replit uses under the hood to kind of form these bots. So let's say cozy, just show you that. Okay. So that's the app. Step one is to tweet about it and post about it. Just share things. And I promise, no matter how many followers you get, if you're building something valuable, you'll get some sort of feedback, and that'll lead you to getting your first users. Yeah, it's still not showing the image in Mastra. Okay, so step one, tweet about it, post about it. You can post on Reddit. Reddit can be really frustrating because the neckbeards that moderate it will like delete you if they think you're shilling, which you kind of are, but go into real estate. So what I would do is like look at AI staging. So look at your keywords in Reddit. Virtual staging. I know about this one. This is a pretty popular one. People pay like $1 or $5 real estate agents to stage a single photo. So yeah, so there's a bunch of people in here. This is 4 hours ago. You could drop yours in here. I mean, you could say like, hey, like I'm testing one. I'll DM you the link. It's a Telegram bot and you use it for free. So I mean, this is super low hanging fruit. So what do we do? I'm going to make this strat one. Tweet about it. Like you should be doing that anyways. Strat one, definitely go to Reddit. Search subreddit for like the keywords of your app. So ours was real estate AI staging. You can see all these people in here who could potentially use your app. You could DM them. You could just comment like, hey. So let's see if I can log in real quick. And everything's in Italian, of course. Thoughts on virtual staging. I built a Telegram bot to help you stage with, what's the selling point here? I built a Telegram bot for this that's really fast. Bought a Telegram bot for this that doesn't charge for generation. Try it out. Looking for user feedback for, is it like it for real? This isn't perfect. This could definitely be better, but we'll just see what people say. Okay, so that's strat one. Go on Reddit. And I mean, do this every day. I'm sure there's a way you can set like keywords. You can do the same thing on here. So like real estate staging on Twitter. I think you could also do this as a service. So find a real estate agent and say, hey, I'll stage all your photos for you using AI. You won't have to deal with it. Just send them to me and I'll send them back to you in 24 hours. And you'd be like, you don't have to use them. Like just do it for a month. And then at the end of the month, be like, would you have paid money for this? So you can do it as kind of a service. The next one, what do I have on here? We have email, social, and phone. So we covered social. So social listening, email and phone. I think you'll probably read a lot of Twitter threads about using AI and automation to email thousands of people in your target market. And I think that's wrong. I think one, you need to do things that don't scale, like run towards things that don't scale. And two, your product's not good enough to just send it out to thousands of people. So you need user feedback more than you need users, in my opinion. So what you can do is you can go into something like Apollo. And I don't think I even pay for Apollo. I think you can get contact info from it for free. So this is a different list for some other real estate tools I built, but you can make lists in here where you go in and pick job titles. So I picked CEO, owner, realtor owner. I've targeted in my state in Virginia, and I've reduced the employee size down, excluding things like investment because I don't want like private equity. And now I can click to access their email. or their phone number. And in Apollo, you can attach your Gmail or a custom domain and do like those sequences where you email people. But I think that's once you're at like 50 to 100 users and you're ready to grow. For this step, I would make this list and I would just email and call 10 a day and do nothing else for 2 weeks. So that's step 2. Tweet about it, look up people who have the same problem on Reddit, and then call and email 10 people a day for 2 weeks. Do that. I don't think anyone watching this will actually do it. So if you do it, comment and just have a soft ask. Be like, could you use this? You don't need to give me any information. You don't have to put a card down. Just use it and tell me what you would improve and if you would pay $5 for it or whatever. And then you'll get lots of user feedback. And then actually the step before this is just call everyone you already have in your contacts. So I already did this. I called some real estate agents and told them about this and like got some user feedback. And they were like, yeah, I'll try this out. And then you just send them the link to like the Telegram bot. And then once they love your app and you have good feedback and you made it better, then you can go back into Replit and add in, I guess, Stripe for payment. But in Telegram, I'll show you guys. If you go to Bot Father, you go to My Bots, I think it's this one. You can just add in payments here. And so, yeah, so you would need to set one of these up and create an account and connect it, but it's like that easy to do payments. That's another reason like why I like this Telegram route, because you can just add in payments super easy without having to do some convoluted Stripe thing with like email confirmations. Okay, this is a really hilarious list in retrospect. Email and phone I put together. Make a list, call 10 people a day for 2 weeks and email them. And I would pick, if you're doing something like local, if it's like a service based, like geography based, like real estate or plumbers or restaurants or something, I'll call people in your area just so you have something in common with them. Because, I don't know, if I'm calling someone in Nevada, they have no connection to me. The other thing that I would do is like this Reddit thing. I would go to Facebook. I would find a Facebook group. So this is not my Arlington, this is Arlington, Texas. So I would join in here and I would ask the moderators, like, can I pay $100 to get some test users for shilling something? Because a lot of Facebook groups aren't going to let you shill stuff. And so I would just keep doing that every day. Email 10 people, call 10 people, search Reddit and Twitter for your keywords, and do that for 2 weeks. Don't do anything else. Don't try to automate stuff. Don't try to use AI. Yeah. And then you can improve it. Like I saw this guy wanted something on Twitter, and so I'm working on improving it in Replit, and it'll be even better, and then I'll get more feedback from him. Yeah, that's it. You don't need any website. You just need Replit and a list, and you can sell an app and get to your first 50 users. So yeah, please comment if you try this out. Let me know how it goes, and use code Billy when you start up at Replit and you'll get 15% off. Peace.